I'm like, what is that one? I don't remember seeing this one. Hello, Mr. Mule Deer. I just saw a little butterfly. That is an epic valley. Filled in mine shaft, huh? Wow, that thing is massive. It's the Shenandoah Valley. And we're coming up on the western side of Shenandoah Valley. See the southern end of Massanutten Mountain. It's a pretty valley down there. We've arrived at the airport. There it is. Crew coming off. And we're in Aspen. Woo! Did it. It was an adventure getting here. Alright. I just had pizza at New York Pizza. 2 good veggie slices. We are in downtown Aspen, and it's pretty hot out here. And there are beautiful women here too. Speaking of which, alright. Got a fountain. Somewhere up here is water, because I'm completely empty of water. Yep, I see it up there. It's my 3rd year in a row, third summer in a row. There's Puppy Dog, restaurant. That New York pizza's good. That's good New York pizza. So I guess we're headed to get some water. And then to the bus stop, and then up to Aspen Highlands, register with the Forest Service, just for their paperwork, busy work. Here's the water machine. The dog. He's filling up as well. It's your dad? No. Oh, okay. Hello, Pooch. Alright, I'm at the East Maroon Trailhead. Picnic table. I've been here before. It's been 2 years. That was the first time I was here. And there's a little road for the first part, not long. Here it is. I haven't been here in 2 years, and that was the only time I was here. We're in a valley. That's Pyramid Peak over there. One of the 14ers. Pyramid Peak. Alright, we are in an open part of the valley, and there's thunder. There's storm clouds coming. And I'm sneezing because the horses passed and all the dust from the dry trail. The trail's really dry. Excuse me. It's funny. Waterfall all the way up there. It's gonna storm. Stormy. It's the end of day 1. This is not about photography, just a vlog. That's my backpack. My feet are wet. It rained. But boy, this is challenging now. Earlier today in Aspen, I was like hot, wearing shorts, dry, comfy. And I come up here, I'm wet. I'm so sleep deprived. I've had about 3 hours of poor sleep in the past 48 hours or something. And so when it was raining, I didn't want to set up my tent in the rain, so I sat up on my backpack for like 2 hours, passing out, like so sleep deprived, like leaning over, coming back up, you know, waiting for the rain to stop, and finally it did, and I set up my tent. Oh, I'm so sleep deprived. Good morning. The birds are singing. I was nice. I was warm in my sleeping bag, and my warming up I felt a lot better, so I slept well. Felt good pretty much all night. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. It's morning, well, day 2. The lens is fogged up because of the humidity. But it's not too bad. I was pretty warm. I was cold when I went to bed, but now I slept really good, and the sun is out. It's not really. It comes and goes. It's more overcast, I guess. But, I mean, the sun is up. But anyway, we're doing it. I'm warm in my sleeping bag. I'm not too inclined to just rush and hike. I got maybe 11 hours of sleep, 10 or 11 hours, so I feel pretty good. Alright, I've packed up. It's day 2, morning. Well, what's left of it, it's probably about 11. I took my time because it was cloudy and I wanted everything to dry out. And there's no rush, there's no time crunch, 0 whatsoever. Here's my stuff. It takes a while getting everything, especially finding everything for the first time. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Now that the sun's out, beautiful day. There's that's Pyramid Peak up there, really dramatically high above the valley. Alright, now this is the morale booster. Let's see if I can find the focus button. There we go. Alright, this is my hat. This got bug spray, so this is kind of a head net. It functions sort of as a head net, because I sprayed a lot of permethrin on it, on this hat. It's nice. I had to take the face mask off for now. Alright. Now I'm feeling good. Everything's dry. Woo! And I'm slept up. That first day, that was really hard. With 2.5 hours of bad sleep. And rain. And no sunshine. Now we get the opposite. It's nice and warm now. Woo! Yeah! Nice breeze. Birdie. Oh boy, we got a stream crossing. I don't know. That's quite a lot of water. I don't know about this. Oh boy. That's a lot of water. Oh no. Alright, it's a haul climbing this mountain valley. Up the valley is what I'm doing. And that stream crossing was crazy. That was the craziest one I've ever done. The water was up to my knees and flowing very fast. But I did it twice because I did my backpack separate and then my camera and boots. I've regretted having to go back. I wish I had done it all in one, but I was afraid for the camera. But losing the backpack would be just as bad, because if I had fallen over, the backpack would have gone. I think it would have been gone. Anyway, I'm here at a, this looks like an avalanche. See the trees have bent over and avalanche. Recent, maybe this past winter. Beautiful though. It feels wild. Suddenly it's feeling more wild. Maybe just because these trees are taller. But I am continually climbing the valley. Big trees. This is where I come from, where I'm coming. There's a little bit of snow. There it is. That's one of the valleys that I might go up from around higher, come around. We'll see. It looks big. It looks big up that little cirque, or whatever you call it. Pretty day. Here's an avalanche swath. A lot of downed trees. Trails here. Trails lightly used. Nice, huh? Now I can go up. I could hike up this swath and there's a place to camp maybe. I was thinking about doing that. It's a haul. That's a steep haul. Pretty amazing avalanche, huh? Wow. I need to think. I can climb that. I can. I know I can do it. I'll just have to pause every couple minutes. Catch my breath. Alright, another stream crossing. This is just maybe a, I don't know yet. I think it's going to be a little easier. It's fast. I'm not going to underestimate this one. And there are, well, there's blue sky above, but there are rain showers in the area. It is a beautiful day as long as it's not, we had a little bit of hail a few minutes ago. Sun's out for now. Oh boy, crossing the stream. Oh, this is the trail. You've got a great view. That's from where we came. I came. We got this talus. Woo, what a view. Beautiful. That's called Precarious Peak. More snow up there than I thought there'd be. That might be Pyramid Peak in the middle there. I don't know. I think so. Wild Valley, huh? Amazing. Alright, we're at this little stream side. They've done some really nice trail work right here. A little stone wall on both sides further up. No shortage of water. Clear blue skies. Beautiful day. Alright, here it is. Campsite for night 2. Woo! Up in the upper East Maroon Valley. See if I can get myself in the shot. Hey! In the bay with a full hull. A lot of weight. We camped over, not too far. This is my dinner spot. I could show you I'm just about set up for dinner here. Just getting ready. Those 2 bags are my food. Those are the Ursack Major. They're a lot of food. At least 2 weeks, probably more, of food. Alright, dinner time. And there it is, dinner's ready. That's risotto with olive oil, salt and pepper. And then for dessert, tea, green tea. I did eat quite a bit today, but spread out. I'm still hungry. Risotto. I think it's ready now. It takes 20 minutes, this stuff. It's not instant. 2 food bags. It looks pretty. See if I can get the camera to adjust for the sky. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful. Just stare at that for 20 minutes. There it is. It's my 1 pot. That's my bowl too. I do have a bowl, but I've never used it. Good morning, it's day 3. And I got some good sleep, slept in, needed it. I'm just in the tent. This sleeping bag saved me. This thing is nice and warm. The lens is fogging up a little bit. I think it's because the camera's cold. But I put some fleece on, orange on the inside, nice. Anyway, you can hear the water in the distance. It's cold. I'm at about 11,000 feet, almost exactly. And there's snow. There's big snow piles 3 feet high, scattered in the forest. 3-4 feet tall. I don't know how those things are gonna melt. They're like ice blocks. It was cold. I think there's like snow up there and the cold air drains down to here in the night. And it was, I had to put this hat on because it was uncomfortably cold. I was fine in the bag, but I could not just sleep without the hat. And it's still chilly, still cold. Looks like it's a sunny day. I haven't been outside yet. I need to go out, and I didn't go out. I didn't pee all night, so I gotta do that, and then I gotta make breakfast. And somehow my strength, I guess just that heavy pack, it just saps my strength, and my enthusiasm is dropping for being up here. This is what happens. But I've made it most of the way up. I made most of the elevation gain. I think I started at around 99,000 or 8,800 maybe. I'm not exactly sure what the elevation is. It's like 8,800 maybe. So up to 11,000. So maybe 10, like 2,000 feet gain. It felt like more. I was going up all day yesterday. Those stream crossings are crazy. Yesterday, the stream crossings are crazy. Those were not safe. They should not have that like that. Those are dangerous. Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna be swept down and die. Alright. Otherwise, the trail used to stay on the one side. It didn't even cross. Now they have it crossed twice down there. It didn't even on the maps. All the maps don't show a crossing. It just stays on the one side of the valley. No, now they have it crossed just to, I don't know why. Alright. I'm hungry, I guess. Not too hungry. My hunger kind of goes when I'm up here. I don't know why. Alright. Morning. Day 3. Morning. I don't know. 2, I guess. Morning 2, day 3. Alright. Pond. Snow drifts. There's more. In fact, right above my tent, there's snow. So maybe that was what. That's what maybe made me cold at night. Snow. This is, what are we, July 4th. and there's still snow. There's a fallen tree or something up there. A tent. I think I had it out of focus. Yeah, there's a good bit of snow. But it's nice, it's a nice day. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Day 3. And here's the pond. Beautiful day. Peaks over there. They look much bigger to me than they do on the screen. More like that. Got my socks drying. Almost no need to wear the liner socks for stream crossings. All it does is make them wet, but I don't know. Yeah, a lot of snow to melt. That one's about 3.5, 4 feet tall. Alright, there it is. It's a beautiful day. This is more encouraging, invigorating to stand out here. I feel better. A little energy is back. Just seeing the beautiful sky, the beautiful day. What do we got here? Alright. Still chilly, but I'm on the north. I'm on a north-facing side or west-facing side. So this is. It'd be better if for mornings to be camped where the sun will warm me up in the morning. From now on, if I can do that. All right. See you in a bit. Packing stuff up. Tent is in the pack. Woo! Yeah, I was thinking about staying here another day, but no. There's not much view here. That's about it. There's beautiful valley. You know, if I was not here for photography and just here to get solitude and peace, then you know this would be fine. But nice stream over here. But I need a little higher spot. But I'm only going to go maybe 1 or 2 miles, not much. But I need better views for photography. See if I can get the camera on me. Alright, there's my hat. This thing's like a bug net too, because it's got permethrin, so it's keeping the bugs away and the sun. But you know, I will need to cover the front. I have a snap-on thing I put on the front, keep my face from burning. Because you need to cover your face if you're up here for any period of time. Maybe one day or one afternoon you might get some, you know, a little burn, but you won't be too bad. But if you're up here for a week in the high country, and you're an indoor person mostly like me, then you will burn and it will be painful. So I've already got my nose covered. See ya. This is the trail. Snow drifts. East Maroon Creek Trail. Just approaching the, getting close to the alpine areas, not yet. There's their sign. Hard to read with the snow behind it. In July. Copper Pass, East Maroon Pass. There's water up here. I'm going to Copper Pass direction, but I won't go all the way up. I can get the thing to focus. I think it focused. Still trees higher up, but not as many, huh? There's water up here. I want to do that first, then I'll go up this trail. Well, I am finally into the alpine area. Day 3. Woo! Yeah, it's beautiful here. Beautiful. I made the right decision not staying there. At that pond, there was just no view. I've yet to cover my face better. And I've got sunscreen on my nose, but you know, this will burn if I'm not careful. But these things help on the side. These are nice. But look at that. That is awesome. And the birds. There's a ridge up that way. Woo! Yeah. I'm going around up this way. See this thing here? I'm going to the left at the where those trees are. I just want to see that side canyon. See, this thing is closer than that thing over there, that ridge further on. There's a canyon over there. I'd like to see it. It looks awesome in Google satellite view. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Woo! Okay, so I found a nice campsite area. Now I'm going uphill, bushwhacking. Thinner air here. I've only been here 3 days, so a lot of wildlife trails here. More campsite areas. It's higher than it looks because the camera's on wide angle. Nice meadow. If you want to go skiing in July, they had above average snow. It wasn't extreme though. Not like California. So this is what the hall is like. It looks like the camera's overexposing. It's on auto, but it looks overexposed. Not much I can do about it. All right, I took my backpack off. In fact, it's down there next to that little snow patch there, the blue thing, and next to the tree. That thing's at least 65 pounds, you know, all my camera gear and everything in the backpack, because I have so much food. Wow, what a view, huh? And it's going to get better. In fact, let's go. Looks like April, huh? Looks like May with all that snow. Let's go this way. I don't know about that. There's a path through these little spruce here. All kinds of little animal deer. There are a lot of mule deer tracks and stuff. That thing's a vertical wall. If that thing gave way, woo! It looks like it does it in small bits because all these rocks down here. right. Just have the tripod, the camera bag, and the camera. Up we go. Here's an interesting plant. I might put my tent up down at the back, where I put the backpack. But if there are any campsites higher up, I might do that. What am I doing? A 47-year-old man. I'm playing up here like I'm 25. By myself. See, the scenery changes so much. That's a Pyramid Peak in the center, furthest one to the right. Pyramid Peak. It's the only one, 14,000 of those. All right, let's find a way. I think I need to go up this way. All right. That's the view up the valley. Starting to get it. I'm on this talus slope here. Quite a talus slope. Alright, the sun came out. What a view. Well, the sun was out. Really something, huh? It's worse coming up here. Indeed it is. Wow. Woo! Made it further up. That's way up to the top of the valley. I think there's ice under this talus. This is not just rocks. There's ice under there, I'm pretty sure, because that's how it moves down the valley. Did I have it out of focus? Try again. I think I had it out of focus. That is an epic valley. All right, guys. That's Precarious Peak there. That's north-facing slope. That's why there's more snow over there than over there. And then very little snow here because this is south facing. Alright, my tent is set up below the valley that was up there earlier. My pack all splayed out, food bags and everything. It's a beautiful afternoon. It looked like it might rain, but no, not so far. It's a beautiful afternoon. No complaints. There's this long clearing over here. Goes for quite a way. It's actually you could tent in it. You could put a group of 100 here. You know, that would break. That's not the rules though. The wilderness, you can't have a group of more than 15. But here's the tent. There's the mountain butt beyond. Alright, day 3, night 4, I guess. Here's an old abandoned fire ring. I don't know who, is it Native Americans? I don't know. It hasn't been used in years. Flowers growing in it. Alright. Well, we have a view. Precarious Peak would be in the top right. Yeah, I took that photo. It's actually not epic, but it's beautiful, huh? All right. Day 3 is done. I think it's day 3. Losing track. Yeah, it's Tuesday, July 4th. And it is dusk. I went up into that canyon. You can't really see it. The sun is setting. Yeah. Got my headlamp. Doesn't really shine that tree too well. It does shine this one. Anyway, what a day. I'm so glad I came up here and didn't wait at the little pond. This was the absolute right call. So much more to see. So much better photography. The moon. It was, I think, half. It's coming. It's waxing. That's the term I'm looking for. A waxing moon. So last night it was shining through the trees, pretty bright. All right, guys. Nighttime. It's pretty out. Blue hour. Well, good morning. It is July 5th. Woo! It is cold. The snow here froze. It's hard now. It was soft and mushy. So it got below freezing in July. Oops, hold on, make sure I'm still recording. I thought I hit a button. No. Okay. Good morning. I had a good photo shoot this morning. Not great, but good. No clouds. Got quite a few pictures. Here's my tent. It was cold. My feet were cold. I need down booties if it's going to be like this in July. All the snow's refrozen. But the mountain over there. Got the light on that earlier. And then I ate some food and had all my pills, CoQ10 and stuff. Pain reliever. No fire. I think they have a no fire rule. But I'm not a fire person anyway when I'm by myself. I don't even do them anymore. When I was a teenager, I did a lot of fires in the woods and stuff. But this old fire ring. I moved this one rock. I gotta put it back. Hasn't been used in a long time. Alright. I'm gonna move today. I'm going to see there's a high spot. Let's see if I can get this. There's a high spot up there, that little flat area. That's tempting. But also on the other side of the valley through the trees. Can't see it. There's another spot. But that looks nice up there. It's snowy. You can see a lot of snow, but there are dry spots. But I get a view up the valley from up there. It might be really epic. It might be amazing. So I might do that. Beautiful. I got the polarizer darkening the sky. It's not quite. See, that's more like see the polarizer can drop the sky, the reflections off the sky. All right. I was cold. My feet were cold last night. I need down booties. I did cover my feet with my fleece. It didn't work. It helped a little bit, but not enough. My morale's pretty good. I wake up thinking, ugh, God, there's so much work. I think if I was with other people, I could do better. But being by myself, I haven't seen anyone since yesterday. Did I see anyone yesterday? Not really. I guess I didn't. Day before yesterday I saw some people. So it's been 36 hours since I've seen anyone. No one comes here where I am. This is off the trail. Good kilometer off trail. But it's nice. No bears, no problems with deer. There's deer though. There's a lot of deer poop. Mule deer. It's like a farm, you know, sometimes you get that farm smell. Alright. Found some water. Plenty of water up here. But I will get some. Nice little open glade. Alright, it's Wednesday afternoon, July 5th, and I did move about a mile, not even that, and because I found some amazing waterfalls here, and I guess I don't need my sunglasses. Ooh, it's bright. So I moved the tent, and I didn't get a full night's sleep. The sun was rising, and I got some sunrise shots. Were pretty nice. Not amazing, maybe. I don't know. And then, so I packed everything up, moved, found this amazing stream, which joins from 4 little streams, and then joins for a little bit, and then it breaks back up into 4 streams. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Really amazing. And there are little islands in there, and it's cascading with waterfalls. And it's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. But so I camped here, and the sunlight was just... I really want to be in the forests. Even though things don't dry out when you're in the trees, but I wanted to nap, and there's no way in the sunlight beating on the tent. It's like 120, 130 degrees in the tent. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's always a struggle up here, and now it's going to this storming. You can see the wind is blowing. You know, well, it's trying to storm anyway. So I would actually like that for photography and just to cool things off And I did get a couple of naps now that the sun was not heating the tent up to 130. Alright, anyway, probably not that hot, I'm exaggerating, I don't know. Very hot, very hot. You can't stay in here when it's that hot. Alright, well hopefully it'll get some rain. We'll get some rain and it'll be nice. Get some good photography. Video by Jonathan Jessup. Alright, it's Wednesday or evening 4, or whatever it is, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah. I'm losing track of the days. I'm boiling water for this, lentils and rice. I've had this thing for a couple years. Hopefully it won't leak water while it's soaking. Got all my stuff splayed about. Pretty sunset here. And I can't really, they're beautiful clouds and everything. Beautiful, huh? Wow. Maybe I could get something with that. But I'm too hungry and I don't want to cook in the dark. Not wanting to cook in the dark is a big deal. Beautiful sky. Sunset's over that way. That's a beautiful picture just like that, huh? Woo, what a day. Finished dinner. You know, a nice sunset like that. Pretty good, actually, quite good. And that makes it all worthwhile. It just confirms to me that I'm up here for the photography as primary and the exploration. I love to explore, but this area is so much of it extremes. Like this morning it was below freezing and I was shivering, and then in like 2 p.m. I was boiling, baking hot, trying to escape the sun, and now it's like feels like it's below freezing again. And I mean that's just some of it. There's lots of like the dry air, and there's you know, I love it up here and I would like to come, but the photography just makes it a home run for me. So I don't see how people can put up with this too many days. You know, I don't know, but people do. They love it, and that's fine. But I need the photography. Maybe I've just been doing it for so many years, the photography, that brain fart. I've been doing it for so many years that it's burned into my brain. It's how I do it now. But it was fun. Good photography makes it fun. Woo! Did I say fun? but it's cold now. It's cold already. And it didn't rain that much, but it rained nearby. But the day is done, and we'll see what the morning brings. Where's the... Good morning. It's pretty up here. Well, good morning. It's, what is it, July 6th, I think. This is breakfast. Apple, dehydrated apple in boiling water to rehydrate, and then oatmeal energy bars. I think I need to turn the heat off here. It's plenty hot. Okay, flame is off. And this is the view. All right. I'm probably going to wait here a whole day. The photography here is amazing, and so I'm going to try to get sunset here again, since the stream has so many possibilities. So, but that means waiting it out in this baking hot sun, which really sucks, for hours. I hope we get some nice clouds and weather this evening. Usually sunset seems to be better than sunrise for definitely for photography, but sunrise is nice. All right, got my socks drying. You can see the sun's out and it's raining. As we have clouds. I just showered. Let me get this thing right here. Well, I didn't shower. I took a bath or whatever. Washed my clothes. Oh, I feel so much better. My ears are clean. Everything. Oh, it's so nice. I'm not perfect. My clothes aren't perfect, but for out here, wow. I need to maybe shave. I can see my reflection in the lens. Ooh, do I need to shave? Yep, that was cold. Cold water. Cold, cold, cold. Whew. So cold it was painful, but I needed to do it. It's day 5 and I've bathed now. So I think is what last year I went 5 days. Well, now it's stopped for now. Well, we'll see. It's beautiful out though, huh? Beautiful. Snow, is there snow out here? Yeah, there's snow all over. It is melting pretty quick. Beautiful day. Let's try the polarizer here and watch the sky change. Well, just a little, see there like tendrils of rain falling down. Alright, it's a nice day. I just showered, I'm drying my socks now. My shoes are kind of drying. My camp shoes. Woo! Alright, I am taking a an excursion or just a base camp. I haven't moved my campsite, but I've hiked up to the higher area. A lot of snow for July. It is, I think, July 6th. It's Thursday. No, it's Thursday. Big, huge valley, huh? I've got all kinds of rain gear. I just have a Dave pack stuff. I have my backpack, but it's just got a little bit in it. It's super light. I'm seeing now my if I got sunscreen, I'd better cover up, huh? But wow, this is nice. I'm gonna hopefully try. I'm gonna try to make it up to Copper Pass, just to see. I have my gaiters on. I have my gaiters for soft snow. And I'm off the trail because the trail's covered by snow over there. It's over there somewhere that way. I don't know where. But I want to explore too. I'm not trying to stay on the pass. On the trail just yet. I'm going to go over this way. This looks nice. There's snow over here. These pinkish rocks. These are volcanic. These are pinkish or peach colored. Only place I've ever seen them is in Colorado. And see how this is on a line like this, a vertical. Often it's a dike intrusion underground, volcanic. There's a lake up there somewhere. That looks like till in that snow, in the top of that snowfield. There's like a gray thing. I wonder if they tried to mine there for gold or silver. I don't think a marmot would do that. That's Precarious Peak. And way over there in the distance, the farthest one to the right is Pyramid Peak. It's bigger to me than it looks to you. There you go. It still looks bigger than that, depending on how big your screen is. It did try to rain and there was thunder, but it didn't happen. Test. Okay, it is recording. Alright, I'll record in a bit. Alright. Hey, looks like I've come to a cliff. I was over there on that flat area. I came up around, and it's kind of steep, a little too steep to climb that, maybe that little snow gully, but I don't think so. No, I'm not going to do that one. So I have to go either like down. I don't think I could just go straight down like that, like around here. It's a little steep. It's not as bad as maybe it looks. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe just cut across here. It's not that steep. Precarious Peak still. Alright, I made it. Kind of steep. I think I can cut over to this rock and maybe down, or I could go down from here to that clear patch. Alright, I'm up here, and I'll show you where I crossed over those snowfields, and below those rocks, from down in that flat area down there, over there. I came up here around the hill, and now it's really cool, and there's a nice campsite right next to that single snow patch there in the middle, flat area. I'd never see anyone there, but two trails are not far away. There's snow cornice. Check out the snow cornice. snow cornice up there right in the middle. Oh, this is so cool for exploration. All right, this is what it's about. Wow. Is it recording? I think it is. I hope it is. This is what it's all about. This is what I love. This is what I came for. Look at this awesome scenery. I am in awe. Amazing. Wow. I walked up this little green pasture. I don't know, that one part almost looks doable, but no. If there was no snow, I might be able to scramble up. Wow. All right, so this is why I came. This is by far the best day yet. Wow. Coming back to the camp, to the tent. What time is it? 4 p.m., I think. All right, making my way back to the campsite. Just enjoying the view. Got a snowfield to cross. This is north facing, that's why there's more snow on this slope than over there, not much at all. Little partially frozen thawing pond here. At this overlook here, there's a thunderstorm over that. Spitting rain. Then there's blue sky over that way. I'm trying to keep my tripod up. Sorry about the shake. It's just, this is a prominence here I'm standing on. It's really nice. All right, I was way up on the top of that, and I came around kind of this way, and now I'm going to make myself down this easy slope, and there's a little bog and a pond down here. I saw a marmot. There were some elk here because I saw very fresh tracks. It's still threatening to rain, but it's just like spitting. It's not really raining. Let's go. It is spitting a little bit. We'll just do it. Let me grab the camera a little better. Okay, 3 fingers. A lot of animal tracks and animal evidence of elk and stuff up here. Oh, there's an elk. See the elk between the two trees there? You can see him. Or is that a mule deer? That's a mule deer. Let's zoom in. He might bolt. There he is, but on the left side of the... Yeah, right in there. Hello, Mr. Mule Deer. He's got antlers. It's a male. A buck. I'll give you a buck for that. Alright, we got... See a little pond? And then waterfalls. You can hear them, but there's a big waterfall. My tent is directly above the pond in the trees there. You can barely make it out. Alright, that's how big that mountain is. Jeez. And a pond. Let's check out the pond. A little... Woo! I'm in my tent. I made it back. And I didn't have to suffer a windy storm on me. I was way up there. You know, I saw someone on that mountaintop. I didn't know what it was at first. I thought maybe it was a person on the white cornice. Let's see if we can zoom in here. On that white cornice just to the right of the tree there. There was someone standing. I didn't think it was. So that's the first person I've seen in like 2 or 3 days. All right, that was the best day. Hold on. That was the best day yet. Wow. Oh, the sun gloves and the hat with the face covering and everything. That makes a big difference. I can survive up there. Ooh, what a day. Epic, epic. So amazing. And it's only like 5 p.m. Is it 6 p.m.? 5 p.m. So there's time yet for photography of the waterfalls, which is what I'm going to do. Let's see what the thing says, 5 o'clock exactly. So that's like 2-3 hours away. If the sky's clear, they might. Wow, what a day. Am I burned? A little bit maybe in here. My nose, I did cover it up twice today. All right, that was so awesome. That's what I want. Walking in the alpine area, seeing the ponds and the views, and that's what I want. The forest, not so much. All right, see ya. It's still stormy. Yeah, still looking like it's threatening, but the past 2 days it has done this, and it's rained in that direction, and thunder and everything, and then nothing here, and that's what we've gotten today so far. Is just drizzle, a little bit of sprinkles, and that's it. Pretty picture just like that. It's actually raining. I don't know if it's enough, we'll see. But you've had 10 minutes. Yay! What a great day. And we are being buffeted. Uh-oh. Yikes! Alright, hopefully that's the last of the wind. Good evening. I have dinner. Thai curry. Yummy. Thursday evening. Day 5. Beautiful sunset. Well, you can't see it. You can see it over on this side of the mountain though. And it peaked the clouds. It was overcast, and then there was a break in the clouds right on the horizon, and it's just enough sunlight for the sun to peek through for a few minutes. But I was busy with dinner. I could have gotten some really nice waterfall shots. Alright, otherwise it's gray. Well, there's a little bit of sunlight up here. See a break under the clouds like that. If you see that and you're not sure, the sun often does break, peek through that little break in the clouds on the horizon. Alright, this needs to soak. And this thing is for 2. This Thai curry is for 2. So I needed to use half of it, which was difficult. Because it's really designed to be cooked for a meal for 2 people in the bag, and it's got a coconut sack in there you have to open, and the coconut you're not supposed to mix till you eat it, but I think it'd be okay for a day. The coconut powder, I left it in there in the sack, the other half. It's complicated. I folded that coconut thing in half. Anyway, let's see, the sun is, it's gotten stronger again. Beautiful. And that's the tent over here. See the tent? So I'm a good distance from my It's not as small. It's more like that big to me, I guess. It's a beautiful mountain though. And that valley behind these trees here is pretty too. See if I can get up and show you. Oh, there are more trees. Oh well. Alright. That's a huge mountain though. Oh, this stuff is really, really good. This is awesome. It's got little broccoli things in here and spice things and beans. Awesome. Woo! It's spicy, but it's really, really good. Alright. I got my near vision glasses. I'm farsighted. And the sun's setting still. It has climbed the mountain. See you later. Dinner. Alright, another day is done. Whew. All's done. What a day. Excellent day. Best day yet. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. No idea. Maybe, well, Copper Pass. I'm trying Copper Pass. We'll see. There's probably a lot of snow, but maybe I'll try up in that area anyway. At least that valley approaching Copper Pass. But I'd like to maybe tomorrow or the next day go up to the other side to the valley south of here. There's like a deeper or big valley there too. All right. Good night. Good morning. Good morning. It's day 6. Don't make it Friday. This comes right out of the ground right here. This is all snow up here. But it's clearly coming out of a underground stream from higher up. I'm actually up before sunrise. Well, before the sun comes above the horizon. It's cold. All the snow has a crust on it. Let's see here. There's a fresh crust on all the snow. So every morning on this, well, that I've been up this high, it's been below freezing. Whew, it's cold. It's my tripod. All right. Not a cloud in the sky. Yesterday, there was tiny wisps of clouds at sunrise. You watch though, maybe the storms will be here by 2 or 3 p.m. Big clouds and everything. All right, good morning. Now that looks like a World War II. Yeah, that's like a World War II fighter jet. Well, it's Friday morning, and if you can see the smoke, that's a real World War II fighter. Alright, but there are other biplanes flying over, I think Forest Service or Fire Survey. Anyway, there's smoke, and it smells of smoke pretty bad. Anyway, so it's not all peaches and sunshine here. Daisies and sunshine, no. Alright, well, otherwise, as this looking this direction, it doesn't look as bad. It's obviously down in the Roaring Fork Valley. Friday, 11 a.m. It's day 6. And I'm going up to Copper Pass. Camp is down there. I came up from those trees way down there. And the Copper Pass is way up there. And it looks like there's a lot of snow, and that's why I'm not seeing anyone walk by my campsite. My campsite's only not too far off the trail. And there's no tracks of anyone coming through at all. in the past 3 days or whatever, or a week or whatever. So I don't know why I didn't get the memo. Did not get that memo. I suppose the Forest Service puts out a notice when it's open or something, but maybe it is, I don't know. So I'm going up anyway just to explore this side. Look at this amazing valley. Pretty huge. So I want to explore it anyway. So I'm base camping again. This would be the third day at this campsite. Well, 2.5 so far or whatever. A lot of rocks. I've got the GPS. The phone will tell me where the trail is. So right now I cannot see any trail at all. It may be over on the other side of this hill. Pretty day. There are some clouds. It's not nearly like what it was yesterday. Yesterday this time there were a lot more clouds. Woo! A cloud shielded the sun. It feels so much better. This is a huge, I guess you call it a head of the valley. I'm thinking there's a little shelf and I might do a circle around like this down. So I'll go this way if I can. I'll see if I can get up there on that shelf below the ridge. There's a little shelf. I think it's doable. I wonder if I can get up on that ridge. That would be nice. I don't know. I think it could be done actually looking at it now. The right side where it goes up right in the middle and it goes up along up. I wonder if I could do the ridge. I see maybe a cairn or something in that little pass in the middle. No, I don't know what that might not be a cairn. You know what this looks like? You got a wall here. Wall, right? And then over here you got a low wall. Low wall goes all the way up. You could say it's a forming ridge. There's an elk on the snow, see him? Or something. No, that's a fox. What is that? No, it's a mule deer. No, it's like a coyote. He's running. Look at him go. He's gone over the ridge. I don't know what that was. It's a coyote, maybe. He was afraid of me. You know what this looks like? Did I say it? A volcanic caldera. And there is volcanic rock. I mean, you're seeing layered rock, horizontal layers there. But you see that in Hawaii volcanoes, horizontal rock layers. And same with a lot of volcanoes. Anyway, it probably isn't, but it sure does look like one. All right. You can see the the maroon belt, one of the maroon bells there in the distance on the horizon. All right, I'm higher up. Looks like a glacier, doesn't it? A little bit. I probably could climb those rocks and get up on that, but I stayed low. I'm on the shelf here. I think that was a coyote because it had a big bushy tail behind it. I'm off the trail. The trail's that way, where we're looking. About 12,000 feet here, I think, elevation. Still looking up to these mountains. I think, yeah, that one's like 13 or something like that. 13.5 or something like that, that one. I'll have to check. All right. Not looking too stormy, although those clouds over there, look at that one, looks like it's not too puffy, it's more billowing up, huh? I'll keep an eye. I can get down to my tent in half hour, 40 minutes. I just saw a little butterfly. A little butterfly. I wanted to go and chase it, catch it. Oh, I have to keep this thing covering my face pretty much all the time. It's all right. It's fun up here. Gorgeous. Woo, we're doing the spin. We're doing the spin. Chasing butterflies in the mountains. You know, I was saying this looks like volcanic crater. Well, doesn't this look like a lava bomb? It looks just a different color because it's been out in the atmosphere. It'll change color. Certainly does look like a lava bomb to me. Let's go on the other side. Get some close-up detail. There we go. Lava bomb. Yes. I think it's a lava bomb. What do I know? Alright, so I found the trail. This is it. And there it disappears into the snowfield. Actually, it goes that way. But it goes this direction here. It probably curves around. And then it's snowfields. This is why no one has passed my campsite. And it's starting to cloud up. Not too threatening. A little bit, not bad. But it's about, what is it? Find the time here. It is 12:23 or something p.m. I think it says I'm on the trail. Yeah, off and on. Alright, I'm on the trail again. It's on a little ridge. And we're almost to Copper Pass right there. Behind me, the trail goes down this way and then zigs through that snowfield. Not the best trail placement. It's as if someone placed the trail without knowing how the snowpack sits. Good to place the trail where it melts the earliest. I guess it changes year from year, year to year. Close my camera bag. Close. This is what I deal with. I deal with a lot of mundane details on a trip like this. Okay, now I can go faster, hopefully without tripping. The erosion on this trail. Alright, quite a ways to go yet, half a mile maybe. Alright, I don't know if you can make out the trail here. No trail over there. This is trail. And look. So maybe I'll go to these rocks and hop over that talus. And hike up that. This is just about the highest I've been last year. If I go up to that pass, that'll be the highest I've been in the Rockies since I was 15, because I wasn't doing heights the past 2 years. And I had a 30-year gap, so I guess 32 years ago I was above 14,000. So this will be a moment a little bit. Looks nice up there. Looks like good pictures up there. Alright, the trail goes to this snowfield, so I had to come up this talus. And I'm going around. I think the trail passes right there below that mountain peak. There's a nice little peak. Looks like a big lava bomb at the top, shaped sort of a little bit. No, it's just not, but interesting rock at the top. Woo! We were high. I think we're like 12.8 or something. I'll have to check. Now this is really interesting geology here. To the left we have these dark rocks, look like iron. There's iron because it's rusted. And then in the middle we have these bright rocks. I presume this is a volcanic dike intrusion, a vertical one. And then on the right we have these brownish rocks. Very interesting, huh? Geology. So there was, you know, a dike intrusion right here, volcanism. All right, here you guys, the sun came out, so it looks a little brighter here. You can see it better. All right, here we are, Copper Pass. Finally, we get some new mountains to look at. Wow, that thing is huge. Wow, that thing is huge. It's bigger to me because the camera wide angle. There we are. That thing is huge. Wow. So epic. There's another pass over that way. You take that and you get to the hot springs. You go up to that pass and you take a left, and there's hot springs down there. Here's the trail down here, if you can see. That's the trail, continues that way, one of them. I think there's another one that continues. Hey, look, here's a mine shaft or something here. Or a sign. Maybe it's just a sign, I don't know. It could be a covered mine shaft. See here more of these volcanic dike intrusions. It could be that's why the pass is here, this bright rock here. It looks like a filled-in mine shaft, huh? Wow, that thing is massive. Look at that, there's a lake down here, hold on. Someone put a rock there, it slipped underneath me. Wow. Wow. Woo! Awesome. This is the highest I've been anywhere in the world in 32 years. I've been climbing lower mountains because I couldn't afford to get out here, I guess, part of the reason. Wow, that mountain. Look at the funny pattern right there in the middle on the rock. It's got a pattern on it. It's really cool. All right, we're there. We've done it. You can walk out here on this ridge. There's a ton of photography here. Even right now, this is beautiful light. We got a little pond here. I wonder if there are trout. Little lake curves around. In fact, I'll try to show you here. It's just a pond, I guess, but it keeps curving around. Pretty still. It may be beavers. I wonder if beavers dammed it up. All right. This is recent avalanche damage. These trees have been snapped. Hole in the ground. There's a stump over there. You know, there's a root ball. You know where this came from? There's a canyon right here looking down. There's a snow-filled little holler, but then look, there's a mountain up there. The avalanche must have come down the mountain and crossed this chasm. This thing is, I don't know, 100 feet deep. But apparently that's nothing. Anyway, fresh avalanche damage. Can see a little bit over there too, not much. Pretty epic, huh? That's my picture. I claim it. awesome. It's beautiful here. I'm pondering leaving or, certainly moving on tomorrow, no doubt about that. Oh wow, that's a... Okay, beautiful here. I'm pondering leaving or going back or, I don't know, moving on. The evenings are great because I'm not roasting in the sun. There's so many hardships. There's so many hardships being up here, but I really like the scenery. The evenings are always awesome because it's cool and the photography's great. So, I don't know what to do. It's beautiful scenery. Alright, well it says that's the moon, guys. You can barely see, no. That's the moon. It's really bright. I'm surprised I can't do video, but I can see by it. It's almost a full moon. It is so bright, the air is so dry. You could hike by this. You probably do photography. Yeah. Long exposures and stuff. You can't, I'm surprised you guys can't see. It looks black to you, but I can see with my eyes, no problem. It's bright. It's bright. Anyway, it's coming up here day 7, and just like tonight, it's like in my tent. I'm freezing cold or I'm burning hot, and I hate that because I get bad sleep. I'm getting like pain in my shoulder and my hip, and I don't know. I'm beat. All I did was walk up to Copper Pass yesterday. I didn't do anything too extreme. I don't know, like I'm shivering outside. I want to get in my sleeping bag, but once I'm in my sleeping bag, I'm going to be burning hot. I hate that. There's no winning. Like the other nights, I'm shivering in my bag. So I'm freezing, or I'm burning up during the day. It's just, there's so much. I am beat. I can't, it's so nice out here, but it is hard on me. I think I'm gonna go home. I'll see how I feel in the morning. It's so bright out. I thought it was actually sunrise. No, it's just the moon is so bright. Good morning. See how my finger, the left side of my, is like swollen there next to the fingernail. The preview doesn't tell me too well if it's in focus. See how it's swollen? This is what happened last year. It's like an infection. I guess dirt, or I don't know what's getting in there. Maybe the stream water. I've been using hand sanitizer, but this one's happened last night. I put some I just woke up, antiseptic ointment on there, on this one with the Band-Aid, and but this is happening again where my and if you touch it, if you press on it with and it'll get worse, and as it gets worse, it feels like a bee sting, like that painful, and I go through like hitting it or touching it like 50 times a day, and then so it's being like stung by a bee all day. It really hurts. It really brings my morale down, and I didn't sleep well. My back is hurting. My leg, my right shoulder, now it's not hurting too bad, but it was. My right shoulder was in real pain. Let's see if I can put the camera on me. Okay. So yeah, I didn't sleep well. It was warm at first, and I was too warm, and I was roasting in the sleeping bag, and then about halfway, or maybe a little bit, 2/3 the way through the night, suddenly the temperature dropped by a huge amount. Like it felt suddenly I was cold in my sleeping bag. It was either hot or cold, and then if I got out of the sleeping bag or pulled it down, any part would shiver, or be really freezing cold. I just had a bad night. My fingers are getting infected again. I have an idea. I'm gonna boil some or heat some water and mix soap in there and like rub soap, soak my fingers in soap water for like half an hour. And I think that'll maybe clean out. Is it dirt in there? I don't know, and it gets infected. I have a feeling that's what it could be. It could be the stream water. When I fill my water in the stream, oh, I think I just want to go home. And that's not the only thing. It's like, it's just a whole bunch of things. Like I roast during the day, you know, you've maybe heard me say, during the day when the sun, there's no way this tent, if it were white, it would reflect all the sun's heat, but it's like a gray, it absorbs a lot of it. So if I were in the forest, that would be fine, I wouldn't be getting sun on the tent. But I'm more in the, you know, semi-alpine or whatever you call it. It's like, you know, trees, but a lot of meadows and stuff. So at about 12 noon is when the sun really beats down on the tent, and there's no way, there's no escape. I just have to go sit in the shade. Unless if I start moving, which I'm going to do that today. I'm not going to stay here again. But I don't want to do that every day. There are days where I just want to camp, and I don't want to be in the forest. I don't want to be deep in the forest where there's no views. I want to be up in the more open areas. Sorry, I just woke up because I slept bad. I finally did get some sleep. I don't know what time it is. Hold on. Let's see. All right, it's 7:47 according to my phone. So. Well, it's not too late, is it? Alright. I put my thermals on and I feel a little warmer. Oh. I need to eat. And maybe I can get my ass. I don't know if I think if I hike back down the way. I didn't want to hike back down the way I came, but it looks like that's the only way back down. Because all the loops, well, the one loop, the Copper Pass, is covered, and the other pass over here, the nearby, that doesn't have any loop that connects back into the wilderness, unless we're talking like 4 or 5 days loop or something, like hitting roads and I don't know, there's a little town called Gothic, and I'm not feeling that well to do that. You know, my morale is pretty low. Even though the photography has been fantastic, I have gotten some really great shots. Something about them isn't a little off for me, but I think it just needed, I don't know, something's different this year. But it's still, you know, it's still my shot. It's still my photography, like same style and everything. A lot more pano shots. Anyway, the photography's been pretty darned good. Yesterday's fire didn't sit well with me. It smelled of smoke. It was bad, and it's almost like I still smell it, but I don't know. Maybe it's gone. The smoke got in my lungs. It was bad, but it wasn't nearby. It's been challenging. I just can't hack it up here. Maybe I need to be with someone. You know, I need to be with someone to bring my morale up. That's difficult too. Alright, that's very difficult for me to find. It's difficult to find people depends. I just don't want to be yelled at by a hiking partner about stupid stuff. Let's not go on about that. I haven't been feeling well either, but I guess melancholy is what they call it. I'm not sure. Alright. My morale has not been the greatest. It's weird, and then I look around, like last night at sunset, I was like, I'm really pondering going home strongly. And then I look up and that view was so amazing. The sunset, like the clouds, there wasn't beautiful light, it was just a beautiful, like a painting. It was so gorgeous, so amazing. So it was like, gosh, this place is so amazing, you know. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta get ready. I'm sitting here thinking about it and, you know, thinking, gosh, if I did stay another week, I could get so many more photos. And I'm just thinking, if this were paid, that's one thing. But I'm not being paid for this. Money helps, you know. That carrot. I'm not being paid for this. This is a hobby, you know. This is an active hobby that I enjoy. But I'm not being paid. And if I would do this, if another week and I would make, a few more $1,000, that would be one thing. But there's nothing, $0 and 0 cents, It's a hobby. I'm not putting myself through more misery for a hobby. No, I'm not up here for masochism. I'm not up here to make myself miserable. I'll put up with some. I will. I can do that, no problem. But not a lot. Not a lot of misery. No. So that's my thinking. That's my thinking right now, and I'll probably regret it. I will regret it a month or two from now, especially in the winter. I know, come December, January, I will so regret. Oh, why didn't I stay up long? Well, it's so easy then, because January, in the middle of winter when the days are cold and the days are short, and yeah, well, of course I want to get out, All right, I have different plans. Maybe I don't know if I'm going to do this from now on. I think the better way is to just have a car and drive around the country or drive around wherever and do photography that way. That's what most photographers actually do. They do road trips and stuff. And then I can car camp and stuff like that and do photography that way from now on. As I'm 47 years old, and I have all the strength. I am really strong. I am really strong. I am in shape. I am built now. Strong. I've got really good. I'm trained really well. There's no problem on the strength department. I could do it. I went up to Copper Pass yesterday, no problem. And that in the snow and everything, and in the summer snow. So, but anyway. There's other ways to do this, do it, so, alright, that's my vlog. Alright, I've heated this water. It's still in the stove. It's about right temperature. Feels good. Feels really good on my fingertips. Alright, now what I need to do is turn off the stove. I'll bring this off the burner. I've got my camp suds here. That's what I'm going to use to treat my infected fingertips. This stuff is concentrated, so I don't need a lot. Okay, like 5 good drops there. Alright, and I got my sun glove on, but I think doesn't matter if my sun, I'm just going to do this with, that's pretty darn warm. Borderline hot, it's fine. Feels really good actually. And I'm just going to swish my fingers like this and try to get the infection off. Yeah, this is the bad. Yeah, that's my left. Yeah, my right index is the one that's really the worst right now. But they will all get infected over time. It seemed like last year 7 of my fingers got like that, and then doing almost anything with my fingers becomes painful. Yeah. I guess let me just swish it pretty good. It's nice and warm. It feels awesome, actually. Alright. This is what I gotta do out in the field. I'm washing my fingers so I don't have to get them amputated. No, I don't. If it went untreated in any way, I guess eventually, yeah, probably get infected and they lose my whole hand, or lose my arm, lose my torso. Alright. Stop the recording real quick without getting water on the camera. Oh, by the way, that MSR fuel with my Snow Peak burner, that fuel is bad. Someone told me about that, and I didn't think about it. They told me this like 3 years ago. And when I bought I didn't see the Snow Peak fuel at the store, Ute Mountaineering in Aspen. Well, this fuel is bad. I mean, it just doesn't burn anywhere. It's like sputtery, and it's not consistent, and I think it even doesn't give as big of a flame. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it's as powerful. So don't go. If you have a Snow Peak like that, that MSR fuel is bad. I don't know. That's my opinion. So stay away from that. Just gonna hit the record here. Okay. All right. Welcome back. Here's the verdict after washing my hands. Wow, look at the difference. It's already feeling better. The side of the index finger right there, that was the the problem, and it's already feeling better. See, there's a little cut there, and that cut may have let the infection get in. Hopefully it's in focus. So, you know, I guess that's the thing. I guess after every breakfast or dinner, one of the two, I will need to do this. Wash my hands in this. I was using hand sanitizer, and apparently, and I was really getting the hand sanitizer on my cuticles, but that's not good enough, I guess. Wow. So, you know, there's no... How does one wash their hands in the wilderness? I've never seen other people, like, you know, wash their hands in this kind... They use... You can't really go to this to a stream and just like... Can you do that? Put this all over your hand, you know, put some of this in your hand and just go in the stream, and, you know, then you get the suds in the stream. I think this stuff does say biodegradable, but I don't know if it causes any harm. You know, biodegradable is one thing, but that doesn't mean it won't harm the animals, or does it? It just means that it'll degrade over time in the stream, naturally. Anyway, well, that stuff, I feel better already. Oh, my hands feel better. And that boosts my morale. Yeah, I feel better. Woo! Alright, it's warming up though. I'm in the shade because if I sit in the sun and do this, it will, I will roast. There are the mountains behind and stuff. The life of a nomadic backpacking photographer man with infected fingers. Part 2. Alright, so now that I was insulting the fuel, I think I hurt its feelings, because now it won't, now it's off, right? I'm going to try to light it. There's no pressure now, and the thing won't even light now. Watch, I'm going to turn it all the way forward. Look at this. This is your Snow Peak stove. It's not even doing... The bottle's full. I've got it on full blast here. And there's no pressure. Turn it off again. It's not even lighting. It was like sputtering really bad, and then it just sort of died. The thing is like almost full. I just started using it last night. This thing should have another like week and a half or 2 weeks. So I can't cook now. I guess I'm literally cannot cook food out in the wild, because this is my second one. I had a little one, and that one's behind me on the rocks, and that one worked pretty well. It sputtered, but the whole thing burned through. But this one, not. I don't know what's up. I don't. Maybe the fuel dirtied my stove, and maybe it dirtied the stove and ruined it so that it's not even working properly. I have a feeling that could have happened. It actually maybe damaged or dirtied my burner. But I really don't know what's going on with it. Alright, yeah, I can't cook. I can't sleep. I couldn't hold things. I noticed one of my other fingers not looking that good, but maybe it'll be better. It does feel better. Oops, sorry. So yeah, my goal now is just to get out, and I wonder what the Ute Mountaineering in Aspen, what they're gonna say. They've been not that great before about trying to return stuff. I will put the thing on their freaking counter, and connect the burner up to it, and show them myself, and they'll probably like laugh at me or something. I didn't have the greatest experience with them already. They have products, but their customer service, everything I've seen so far, their customer service sucks. They'll talk you up. They're really good at that and making the sale. But why did he dump this crap? He should have known. I told him it was a Snow Peak Snow Peak stove, and he gave me MSR fuel. He could have at least warned me, or no, he gave me MSR fuel. Now I can't cook out in the wild. Oh, excuse me, Whew! Alright. Alright, well, it looks like some fires there. Again, you can even see maybe a smoke line. If we look this way, it's all blue. There's no smoke. Blue sky, smoke. It's like dirty air, dirty. I could smell a forest fire or something. Oh boy. Alright, I have a blister on the one little toe there. Middle toe. So I'm going to, you know what I found works really well? These fabric Band-Aids. I'm going to put one on now. They're a fabric Band-Aid. We get them at Safeway. Reinforced fabric or whatever. That seems to stay the best. Better than moleskin. Better than what's that, KT tape? That stuff didn't work well at all. I don't recommend KT tape for blisters. That didn't work. Came right off. Anyway, It's not on. I'm just... I gotta put the camera. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. I don't think that is a fabric one, that little one. The bigger one that I have are fabric. That one's just regular plastic or what, rubbery. All right. There's the foot taken care of for now. Ooh. All right. Everything's packed up. I double checked the campsite, made sure everything is gone and stuff. That's it. That's a tall backpack. See my shoulders, see the shoulder straps goes to here. This goes above my head. It's a tall ass backpack. I was prepared for a longer trip. I was looking at the view, I'm like, why on earth? Just now I was looking at it, I was like, why on earth would I want to leave this scenery? Why not just stay longer? I don't know. I'm still, even right now, as I'm sitting here, pondering just staying longer. And I know for certain, once I get home after a week, I'll regret, you know, but I don't know, I've had my fill of nuts. It's so much, you know, it's so much. Gosh, I love this scenery. I just can't take it for more than a week at a time, it seems. All right, my hand's feeling better. That's really good. Beautiful scenery. This is like what people dream to be up here. I'm sure many people will be like, oh, I'd stay longer. But it's easy to say that, but it's harder to do it. Saying and doing are two different things. See that one right in the middle, that peak? I forget what it's called. That one's called Pyramid Peak. This one is, to me, is in a way more impressive because see that the vertical cliff, like it's a whole face. It's like, I don't know, 2,000 foot rock wall. I mean, unprecedented, really, just about. It's a really crazy mountain. Maybe, I don't know if you can see it well in the video. It's just a sheer rock face. And I don't think glaciers carved that because the glaciers were more in the valley. You can see there's a buttress. If you look carefully, there's a buttress in front. That's where the glacier in the valley was. It didn't hit that. So was it a gigantic failure of that side of the mountain and it just slid, the whole thing slid into the valley? Well, that's a nice theory, but except there's no gigantic talus pile in the valley. So how did that form? I'm skeptical. I don't think glaciers carved it because the glaciers didn't carve the whole side of that range that way, just that one little area. You know, the whole range, if a glacier carved that, it would be the whole range would be smooth. Kind of like this one. See that ridge up there, how it's smooth? See that one goes, now that one I believe, a glacier carved it. You can even see how the rock has been sort of polished. That ridge up on the top there. That's a glacier. I believe that. I buy into that. But this one, no. I don't think a glacier carved that like that. That's not even U-shape. It's just a very straight, like a very a V shape that's, you know, very tall, a very steep V. One side of a, you know, just a straight. It's not curved. So there are other theories coming around that may explain these kinds of things. We may not know all the answers. And I think that's a very good example. How does that? Is that maybe the whole side of the mountain just gave way and that's how you get that straight face of the mountain like that? It's like 13,932 feet. So almost 14,000 feet. All right, coming down. And I saw my first person in 5 days, a trail runner. And he came over Conundrum Pass to Copper Pass down this way, and he said the hardest part was the trail between the two passes. There's a big snow drift. We saw it in the video. If you look back at the video, the thing is, he said it was frozen solid, and it was dangerous. It took him 10 minutes to cross it, and he had to grab 2 rocks and use them as like stakes or spikes, like to maneuver his way across it. So I'm making the right decision. I don't want to go down into Gothic, frankly. I don't want to go. I'd like to see the scenery until then. I mean, I could go back and go up just to see the 2 lakes over there, but I don't want to sleep freezing or burning hot again. My back's been hurting and I've got other things going on. So I'm feeling better after washing my hands. You know, soaking them in soap and thoroughly cleaning them. So we chatted for a little bit, but he said he was late. There are trail runners up here. They don't have as much. He just had a hat and glasses, hat cut with a big brim to keep. But he's got a tan. I don't. You know, I'm white. I was white and pasty. I did train. You know, I sat out in the sun at home, and I did get some color before I came out. But you don't get a good tan like that right away. All right, coming down the trail. I'll debate if I want to stay in Colorado or not when I get to the bottom, to the road, to the whatever it is, shuttle. Or maybe I'll go up the other to the above Crater Lake on the. Because there was an area up there that I'd like to photograph again. I didn't thoroughly do it last year or 2 years ago. Up the Minnehaha Trail. There's some nice alpine air country up there off the trail. Here, this trail looks really nice. There's a big rock slide. This is near the pond. We were here before. We're near the pond where I camped night 2, I think. I camped at the pond up here. All right. I could stick the camera on me, but I don't think you guys want to see me. I don't know. I don't like the camera on me. I mean, what am I to look at? All the hair and haven't bathed and wild. Alright, see ya. It was fun. We'll see you down the trail. Alright, see this bowl. If you remember that big avalanche clearing, that's where that leads up there. I could hike up there. I've been wanting to go. It's right in the middle. There's a little lake you can't see. A small sort of horseshoe-shaped lake or something. In a cirque or whatever, a tarn, whatever they would call it. Anyway, that's Precarious Peak over there. Nice light. We're in the shade here, huh? From a cloud. See a lot of snow up there. That side, north facing. This is we're south facing, east facing there. Less snow. And there's that peak over there with a vertical wall. Crazy. I don't know. I attempted to climb it today. I could go and camp up there tonight. I don't know. The water's still high. So gives my tripod to the ground. The water's still high here at this trail crossing. Or at the stream crossing. Beautiful, huh? I think I photographed it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think I did, yeah. From the other side. And yeah, the stream goes on the trail here. See how it splits? Some of the water stays on the trail. Alright, here's the first stream crossing. And it looks just as bad. That's really scary. Oh no. No. This is a project. Why, Forest Service? Why? I'm just going to have to cross again to get back on this side. The trail used to stay on this side of the hill. Now they have you needlessly cross it. And you can see people here going up here to get to that tree. I think there's that tree downstream. Alright, I'm gonna go to the tree again. Alright, after crossing, you know what I find the best way to dry your feet? Is to just let it sit out in the air, and the heat from your body will cause the water to evaporate. Yeah, the water went up to here on my leg. Well, above my knee, about six inches above my knee. Anyway, I'll just sit and let my foot dry out. Flies are already swarming my other foot. Don't ask me why. Alright, we're doing it. Let me check the polarizer. I've got polarizing glasses on too. So. Yeah, there you go, dark sky, right? Woo, just about done with the hike. There's the road over there where the bus goes, the shuttle. But a beautiful valley. but I am pooped. This is the most miles I've done in a day since I've gotten here, but because it's downhill. I'm sorry I didn't record more coming down. There's bicycle riders. I'm coming back to civilization here. I did pass 3 small groups of people. Well, one was one person, then the next was 2 people, a couple. I gave them my gallery information. And then a third group of young women, I think like 4 or 5 of them. One of them was older, showing them the wet area or something. But not many people do this trail. It is difficult. It's a huge climb, up, 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 up. The day 2 was I did the most climbing up to get up the valley. And doing it down, I was like amazed, because it really was a lot. I did a lot of I've done a lot of climbing. It's such a heavy pack. I just don't want to freeze in there's so many things. My shoulder was giving me pain, my hip was giving me pain a little bit, and I didn't want to freeze and boil in my tent. There's a lot of things. It's not just one thing. But I'm happy I did it. I could go back. I could still want to get up to the bus area, the road. I could go up, and I could go up above the Maroon Bells area or something. But I don't know. I'm pretty pooped. I don't think I climbed there today. I'd go to the campground tonight if I did. Then go up to Maroon Bells tomorrow. I've taken a huge amount of photos. This is the most photos I've taken on a trip ever. A lot of photos and a lot of processing work, because like a lot of panos, I did a lot of panos, and those are work. Figure out which panos, where the dividing line is, because I'll do a set of panos and I'll walk 30 feet, do another set of panos. They'll be similar. It's like Photoshop figures out which ones don't fit. I hope this camera is doing audio, because I don't see the audio bars. This could be audio free. I don't hear audio when I play it. I've never heard audio from this camera. But I did hear audio when I played it back on my computer from this camera. It's a beautiful day. Isn't this gorgeous? Aspen trees, and oh, it's just gorgeous. It is dry as a bone. It hasn't rained here in like 3 weeks. Maybe yesterday or the day before it may have rained down here. But the trail is just dusty. My boot, see, it's just dust. Let's see here. All right. Oh, there's audio on the bottom. There. Oh, okay. When I focus, it shows up for a second. The other camera would play audio when I played a file. Sorry, this face mask gets in my mouth. All right. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful walk. It's easy to get my mind set on getting in the hotel and shower and pizza. But it's nice just to appreciate this. I don't even know if the hotels has any open rooms, because it's a Saturday. It's a terrible day. I'm kind of going to show up and get the worst maybe of the rooms. They don't have air conditioning, but the hottest part of the day is done, I think. There is like a hostel place in Aspen. I could stay there. I don't know about trusting my things in there, but that's closer. That's more convenient. But it's like $80, I think, instead of $100. So I'm saving $20 or $30. And I'll be in Aspen. But it's not a hotel room. I don't think I'd get my own shower. I wouldn't get, yeah. I don't know. All right. Beautiful day. It's a lot of work coming down this trail. I think I'm just about the end of the trail here. Beautiful. There's a rock. Hello, rock. Hello, trees. Here's the creek over here. No way could one cross that on foot. that would sweep me away. Anyway, it's getting drier down here. This is battery low. I didn't get to charge my batteries. I had hoped to. Oh, it's work. I don't mind a little work. I don't mind it, but the sufferings have to be minimal, and then I can deal with it. Or if I'm with a group of people, that makes it better. But I can't do photography with a group of people because they're going to want to go on, you know. I can't do that. I need an assistant. I really need an assistant to help me, who will follow my schedule and my, you know, help me with things like getting water and setting up the campsite. I need someone to do all that. Then I can focus on the photography and not maybe even carrying so much. You know, big, beefy, strong person who can do a lot of the grunt work, or at least split a lot of it, you know, take some of my load off. Alright, that's it. That's a little picnic area here at the trailhead. We are done. A lot of this trail, before I was recording, was really rocky, and I didn't want to carry the camera. And it did rain a little bit. There we go. Maroon Creek Trail, number 1982. And then they have this here. Let's see. Oh, no camping in this. And there's a little nice little stream you can take, or a little pond off this creek. Here's the bridge, and the road's right up there. Yeah, that'd be good to fish. I don't think anyone could cross that on foot. I don't know. That's a lot of water. It's beautiful. But you can't drink it. There is Giardia in the water. You can filter it, but you can't drink it straight. I think I'm recording now. The other camera didn't say anything. Here's the parking area. I gotta walk up to the road up there. It's like 100 meters or so. Moose, I never saw evidence of moose. It's hard to read with the reflection. I could adjust the polarizer. Alright, I'm back. This is my feta. It's feta and mozzarella veggie pizza. Really, really good. Got all my stuff here. We're in the New York Pizza in Aspen. It's upstairs. There's no air conditioning, but it is really nice. Here's the view outside. It's very homey. You don't have to be, it's not formal. This is my third Coke. I've already had two. I was really cold, thirsty, and hot. It's kind of hot in here. Anyway, I got my backpack stuff here. We're done. We did it. We did it. All right. I'm trying to find a hotel room, calling around. It's difficult because it's Saturday. Not the best day to end. Hello there, little lady. Hi. All right, since I did this last year, it's now a ritual to do a video of my weight loss. I don't think I lost too much. I had 2 big pieces of pizza, and I had like a couple Cokes, 2-3 Cokes, free refills kind of thing. And now, since I don't have spare clothes, as I was saying, since I don't have spare clothes, I had to wash my laundry in the sink. But it's actually really good. This is how last year, my fingers are already looking better. Let's see if I can. The infection is going down. You can see a cut right there on the one, and then there's a cut right there. That one was bad, and then this side of my thumb. So I was getting already 3 fingers infection. So that hurts. And doing the laundry in the sink actually washes all the dirt out and stuff like that. So But I don't have spare. I don't know what would they do? Come pick up the clothes? They're not my laundry service at the hotel. I did get a hotel. Whew. I found one in Aspen, 179. Not too bad for an economy. So not actually really good for Aspen. And the other one in Snowmass, which is $100, was full, and they had this one has a no noise rule. The other one does not. And the other hotel, I suffered in that hotel. But this one's like a lot. This is a lot more money. So, all right, I'm all cleaned. I showered. I just feel clean. It's nice to be clean. I gotta eat your mountain. No, we're not gonna. All right, so I'm all in a good mood now because I've eaten and I've showered and my clothes are just about clean. The dirt didn't come out real well. You can see it's still yellow. It's still yellow there. I don't know what to do. The light in here is yellow too, but that's my O'Neill. I don't have a spare set of. This is it, so I got to fly back. So I got to wash all this stuff. It's still got dirt. I did wash this one already, so this is not. This has already been cleaned once by me. I got most of what was on the cuff. Yeah. So all right, a lot of work to do, and my flight leaves pretty early in the morning, so not much time. I want to try to get something to eat though. I did have pizza, but I want to have like a real. Maybe there's like a veggie. There's like a burger place. Hopefully they have a veggie burger. That would be really nice. So yeah, I rescheduled my flight, which was expensive, but I was worth it. And I got the hotel, and I went over budget by like $100 in all this. At least $150 over what I had. Period. So I didn't even have the money. So I'm in debt. So even more. Because I borrowed $200 for the trip already from a friend who loves my work and I didn't pester him at all. He's like, "Can I lend you money?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I could use a couple hundred." Anyway, is that a wart? What is that? You got to count these things. As you get older, you got to start counting your warts and stuff on your body because they replicate. I'm like, what is that one? I don't remember seeing this one. Hope it's not a tick. No, that's not a tick. It's like I don't know what that is. What? All right. It happens. I'm in good mood. I don't know if I'm going to have any flight video. My battery's just about dead, but I will charge. All my batteries are dead. This one is just, that's why the video was interrupted before. And this one's red. So I got to charge batteries tonight. Yeah! Alright, the day is done and I'm ready to crash. And, so apparently the smoke was fire from Arizona and not from Colorado. So apparently the sand caught fire. I don't. That's what I was told. Arizona. Flammable sand. Alright, good night, guys.